Hi, I'm Mike Byrne. I'm a business coach with AdvoCoach. I coach the owners of privately held, often family-owned businesses to help them grow their profits at least 68% and build a team that actually helps run the business so they can get a little time back for themselves. If I were talking to a business coach, I'd like to know the answer to this question. How can you help me get back on track to what I wanted to accomplish in the first place when I went into business? I just feel like I've lost my sense of direction. Well, we all have a dream. It's the reason we went into business in the first place. But sometimes in the activities of the day-to-day running of the business, we forget what our dream was and we kind of lose track. So here's how I work with my clients to help them get back on track to living the dream that they had when they first went into business. First of all, I help them and I coach them to get back in touch with their dream. So we revisit what kind of income would they like to have, say in 5 years? What would be the lifestyle they'd like to be leading? What kind of cash expenditures are they going to have to make out there in the future, like elder care or college tuition that they need to plan for? And how much would they like to accumulate towards their retirement equity over the next 5 years? Once we understand that, then we move to the next step, which is to determine what the business has to be in order for them to have their dream enabled by the business. And we look at things like how profitable does the business have to be, how much cash does the business have to spin off, what would the owner's role be in the business 5 years from now, how many hours would they work, what functions would they perform, what kind of things do they want out of life, and how do we structure a business so that it enables them to get those things. Once we've figured out what the business needs to be, then we build a strategic plan that will build the business to the level of profitability and functionally what it takes to enable the dream. We set long-term targets, 3 to 5 years, 1-year goals for the next 12 months, even quarterly goals to resolve current issues that need to be addressed in order to get on that track moving towards the dream. And then finally, when we enter into a coaching agreement, we set weekly goals that I help my clients set, and we track their progress on those goals. And those are the things they need to do week by week to achieve their quarterly goals, their annual goals, and ultimately their 5-year targets. Working together, we can not only get people back on track towards their dream, we can actually help them achieve the dream. If you'd like to learn more about how we could get you back on track to achieving the dream you had when you first went into business, I'd like to hear from you. You can send me an email, include your contact information, and I'll give you a call within the next couple of days to set an appointment where we can talk about your business, the issues facing your business, and a specific plan on how to get back on track to achieving your dream. I'd love to hear from you.